Good afternoon, beautiful ladies, wonderful gents. Good afternoon. She looks swollen. I wonder what's that about. Guess I'm gaining some weight. Yeah. Excuse me. Yes, we're gonna call this part 2 of the Cus D'amato versus Umar Johnson. And when I posted this, like, I don't know, 2 weeks ago, week ago, 2 weeks ago, whatever. Prior to that, there was no conversation about Umar Johnson and Mike Tyson. There was no comparison. There was no conversation at all that I know of. Maybe I'm slow motion. But I know once I made that little post, next thing you know, we have conversation of Mike Tyson and Umar Johnson. And Umar Johnson trying to ride a wave of Mike Tyson. Knowing that you could say you were a fan, you've been a fan of Mike Tyson all your life, but Mike Tyson been smashing chicks from left and right of all natures. So you done said a whole lot of stuff about black men and white women. So real talk. Let's go into the segment. This is the segment though. All this is real talk. Here you go. You got Icy Don, aka Dusty Don, aka Don M, aka Mr. Murray in the house. And we here because we are in training camp, preparing for something real major. And as we're in training camp preparing for something major, it's important for us to follow the techniques and the patterns of those who was before us. And as a person like myself who could be a trainer / athlete himself, I'm going to go deep into training myself a little bit more harder and being hard on myself, like I believe Cus was on Tyson. So going back to segment part 2 of the Umar Johnson and Cus D'amato comparison of who's doing or who's done more for the black boys, we're going to ride the wave of Mike Tyson, the champ. The champ is here. And Cus D'amato was a major figurehead in his life. And while Cus D'amato was training and getting this young man into shape, Umar Johnson was getting educated. Umar Johnson was getting educated. Yes, he's younger. He still was getting educated. Understand? So Tyson was training and being underneath the wings of Cus and Cus D'amato, training this man mentally and getting his mind right, as well as his athletic game up and getting his education up. Umar Johnson was getting educated. And so as Cus D'amato peaked at the level where he passed away, he set forth a trend for Tyson to follow. And Tyson, like many black men, turned and went the opposite direction. And when you don't have that leadership, sometimes it tanks, especially when you get around the wrong set of people. And while that was taking place, Umar Johnson was getting educated. And after the rise and the fall of Cus D'amato and Mike Tyson, Umar Johnson was getting educated on how to manipulate the black race. Because if you look at his legacy, because, like I said, he's younger, but he was getting educated at the time of Mike Tyson rise and his fall. Whether he was in high school, going to college, in college, working in the professional field, what was he doing with young black boys in that time frame of the champ? Like you said, I mean, everyone say that Tyson was someone that they looked up to. Well, when I was looking up to Tyson, and I was into his tenacious attitude and his energy towards the oppressor, his mindset on building up his body, I was becoming an athlete. I went to college too. I was getting my mind right to understand that it's going to take warriors to really lead this mission, not the real educated. So what Cus D'amato did was he raised a consciousness within the black men in urban communities that as long as you are an educated warrior, you can make a major statement. And so that's what he proved with building a Mike Tyson, bringing forth Mike Tyson, bringing forth the greatest force that Mike Tyson had within himself. And that's what Cus was able to do and bring that out in other men without him even knowing that he touched these men. Just by his what's the word I'm looking for? His model student of Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson was a model student that will be a legacy for many black men to this day. What model student do Umar Johnson have that he puts himself in a position of being a great leader for educating the black men and black boys, should I say black boys and baby girls? So as we do our comparison, remember what he's focusing on. Having 2 wives, leaving America, going to Africa, and setting up his base out there. And from what I heard, he wants to have land, and like I said, it's not much about the education, it's about the power of trying to rule over people, dictating the flow of what they should do, using education as a tool. Like I say, folks, those super educated folks are the manipulators because they know how to easily manipulate you. Out of that super educated few, you might have a few that's seriously for the people. He is definitely not one. He's more so focused on being the king of the jungle, as the Leo he is. So as we do the comparison, have you noticed a little change in the Umar Johnson sector? Like I said, I posted this sometime in September of my thoughts about Cus D'amato and Umar because I was listening to Mike Tyson on Hot Boxing. I sent that little post out there, and next thing you know, the energies manifest to where this is a topic. Mike Tyson and Umar Johnson. Trust me, I know no one was talking about it because I was skimming through and seeing where we was at. And like I said, I had a powerful thought that came through my mind. I'll do a comparison of this white man, Cus D'amato, and Tyson. Excuse me, I want to take a bite of this last piece of the sandwich, just like the last piece. And out of nowhere, Umar is trying to jump in hot boxing. He's trying to jump in Thriller. Nigga, are you out your fucking mind? Before you can go to Tyson, you know you got stuff to me, boy. Tyson's trying to figure out how he can make $100 million. Tyson's trying to figure out how he can make $100 million right now. Fighting some cracker. The only way that it would be feasible for him to even think about helping you out, as much talk you done did about the man and others in your past, subliminally, is if you come through me. How are you going to go straight to training and then go to Mike Tyson? No, you have to fight someone that really want to fight you. I want to take your head off for being so stupid. And then hopefully you can replace it with a smart head. So where we at? While Tyson was training to become a champ, you was training to become the greatest manipulator of all times. Maybe at the beginning you had intentions to do something right, but we all know at the very end, all intentions failed because your real ego came out and you decided to be who you are. Taking a while to chew this food. You know, I'm gonna do a little drop for someone real quick. I went all the way back to New York. I'm back in Philly now. But I went to New York. I was there for, you know, some time. And I'm so mad because out here in Philly, they don't have my beer of choice. Whenever I get a chance, which is never, but whenever I take the time out to drink a beer, I have to have a Cus Gold. And this live stream, I need that Cus Gold. Because as I'm watching all these clowns on YouTube reaching and trying to step over me, I guess because I'm only 5 foot something, and they feel like they can walk over me. But nah, that's not an option. I'll go underneath you and take your legs from underneath you and put you on your back, boy. So I'm just happy to be able to have my Cus Gold because Philly don't be having it. So I brought that all the way back to New York. Tasty too. No, it's not happening. You can't go through Tyson without seeing me because all you know you was focusing on was gaining. I don't want to use the wrong word, but just you was trying to just gather. That's the word, not gaining, but you was trying to gather as many women as possible. That's what you was really doing. You just seeing how manipulating can bring in economics and it can bring in women. And I mean, hey, cool, but stop fronting. Stop fronting like you for the people. Stop fronting like you for these black boys. Stop fronting like you really, really, truly want to make some kind of difference in these lives of these kids. Because we know that that's all the front. Because when you go to your Facebook, when you go to your anything of Umar Johnson, when you go to your Google page, you look at the images, folks. Okay, so like, Leonard on you corny. You want to scream out Mike Tyson, Mike Tyson, Mike Tyson. You want to keep screaming out Mike Tyson name now. So did Mike Tyson can pay attention to you? Okay, word. What you want Mike Tyson become an anti-fraud warrior? Word. Well, I lost a little train of thought because I zipped to Lennon because I had to throw it out there. But everyone wants to scream Mike Tyson, but yo, Mike, if you really want to know about your boy Umar, look at his page. It's all about women. Look at all the images. He's hugged up with a woman in every single picture. That's all it is. Like he want to be a celebrity. You understand what I'm saying? And so when you ask a question, so about yo, is he wealthy? And that's a normal question for Mike to ask. Like, I don't know him. Is he wealthy? I mean, why I don't know him? Is he a wealthy doctor? Well, I don't know him. Oh, he's poor. Oh, he's broke. Well, that's why I don't know him. People really, really, really be getting so far ahead of themselves. Like they think they supposed to be known. Like Uma, what makes you really truly think that you are supposed to be known just because YouTube is on everyone's phone? That's disrespectful to classes. Like every class is supposed that you like trying to put you trying to make it where every class is really truly within a class. That's why I want to knock you in your jaw because you just talk and you ramble and you're crazy, man. When Lord Jamal was like, "Nah, I don't know of him," he don't know of you, and it's not. And just because a person say, "I don't know of you," even if they heard your name being mentioned and they don't know of you, nigga, they don't know of you. Enlighten me to make me want to know you. And right now, you the dude that owe this man right here bread, and you have to pay it. So as we do this live and doing the comparison of Cus D'amato and how he raised up and built champions, and how Umar Johnson raised up his hand and was putting food to his mouth. That's what he do. And then he raised up his hand, put the mic in, and he tell you a whole bunch of lies of what he's going to do. He had the opportunity to get it done long time ago. He had the opportunity to get it done way before me. But because I'm here now, there's no way it's going to get done unless he take care of me. And it's so crazy because, like I said, this is a comparison of Cus D'amato and Umar. And when Umar drops and he passes away, what would someone great be speaking on his behalf about? What would they say about Umar Johnson? Maybe it's a good thing for people who have some type of egos. Maybe it'd be something important for you to put together a living testimony of people giving testimonies of you while you're alive, so you know. Were you really that great person, and why? Like I said, I was just scrolling through and I saw Wale in hot boxing with Mike Tyson, and I was just listening. I looked at the Mike Tyson's energy of when Cus D'amato was mentioned, and I can just tell that he was like, "Yo, That's that dude. And will always be that dude. But I want to see an interview with someone, some male figures, speaking on behalf of you, Umar, to really explain why you really true that dude. Not just because you can speak as an orator, because a lot of these dudes, like I said, a lot of these dudes are, I don't want to say it, but yo, man, come on, folks. Bobbleheads, knuckleheads, niggas. Every team I was on, I was captain, except for when I went to college. But I still present myself as motherfucking captain off the bench. I was the only pitcher that they was allowed to hit. Then everybody got jealous. But ladies and gentlemen, Cus D'amato. He was married. Umar Johnson. He's not married. Cus D'amato. He brought people into his life 100%. Black men, color boys, in the 30s, in the 40s, in the 50s, during racial times. Will Umar Johnson ever embrace white boys like that? Like I said, it's a comparison of leadership. What makes you a real leader is your true motives. And because you have not one model student to put forth out there that really truly represents you with tears in their eyes, what gives you the right and authority to say that you, the number one living scholar, the number one wanted orator to lead the Black community? What makes you get the right to even step in the ring with Mike Tyson when you are afraid to even mention me? Here you talk about Freddie Gibbs, and here I would say everything out the book about you. That you're afraid of me. You're afraid to mention me. You're afraid to have a live stream about me. You're afraid to bring me to the table. And everyone knows it. To this day, Tiffany would say, fuck Don. Don don't even have to say anything. Why? Because she knows that I put fear in you. Y'all some clowns. You think that you can even stand in the shoes of, you think you can even stand in the slippers of a person like Cus D'amato? Then I don't want to talk about, oh, you the Don King. Oh, now all of a sudden he's the Don King. I love how people see little things I do. I'm the little man with the no subscribers, but has an impact no matter what. I'm just listening to the music in the background. I'm just laughing because it's like amazing how so many people really is riding the wave and getting attention of waves and really not even in facts. And here you are, Icy Dawn, deep in the trench of some real shit. And at the very end, you're going to be so much the hot topic. I wonder if I want that attention. I need the attention now. After I get my victory, I want to know if I really want that attention. Well, folks, tune in later on tonight as we talk about Icy Dawn setting up the bout with Umar Johnson. We're going to ride this wave, folks. We're not going to sink in this ship. Oh, tomorrow I'll give you an update on regards to where we at with the status of the paperwork. Because like we said, we are now officially 4 days, 4 days in after the 20 days mark. Because September 30th was the 20th day, 31st, the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, what's this, the 4th? Today's the 3rd, you know what I'm saying? So we definitely 4 days in. So we'll give you the update of that. But we're going to set up this boxing match. You can't run, boy. You set yourself up. I like how I told you, I'm going to set up the trap and let you just put yourself in the trap. You bait. I know how to bait you in. That's why I know I'm going to knock you out. I probably put on 10 pounds. I haven't been working out, folks. I haven't been working out. Right now, he said he's like 240. I'm about like 170. If I put on that 10 pounds and work out this 170 and get this 170 to where I need it to be, and me at 180, that's cruiserweight. Me at cruiserweight. We talking boxing, baby. We talking Cus D'amato. Talk about him building up champions. I always wanted to be a boxer, folks. I used to get headaches, though, not knowing that it was really from the cigarette smoke. And holding my pee, like I always used to hold it. That wasn't good. So, like we say, this right here, I got to put 10 more pounds on that. 10 more pounds on this. Maybe 15, because if we get him to okay this, we're gonna eat. We're gonna eat. We're just gonna be in the gym working out. Eat, workout, eat, workout, eat, workout. You know what I'm saying? Show y'all the process, progress. We're gonna talk about it, folks. Matter of fact, later on my live, I'm gonna do a little workout. That's what we're gonna do. We're preparing for the challenge. Yeah, we're gonna do a little workout, folks. So prepare yourself. Come correct. We're gonna work out and we're gonna prepare for this bout. Everybody wanna play games? Everybody wanna play games? Champ is here. I can't wait to start working out knowing that I'm about to put this right here. This